Balija Lawrence, are you on? Okay, I think he might be having network challenges because he's really deep in the village. So I would request any volunteer, Wilma, Joy, Kojoki, please help us, lead us in an opening prayer. Thank you. Wilma, wherever you are.
Let's embrace for the prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all that you've done for us. Thank you that you've all brought us here today for this meeting. Guide and protect us through with us as we're going to do for this meeting. Thank you for all the achievements that we have done. Thank you for the standards. Thank you for everyone that is involved. Lord, we thank you for each and everything that you've done for us. We thank you for this initiative. We thank you that it has helped many people and it's still going to continue helping many people. Guide and protect us. Do with us as we're going to do for this meeting so that may be a fruitful one. Just as them of prayed and believe. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all now and forever. Amen.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wilma, for the opening prayer. I believe this event is now going to be a blessed one. Yeah, so next on the program is a welcome remarks that is from me, myself. Yeah, so let me go through right away. I would like to welcome all of you to today's event. As I introduced and I shared with you via email and via everything, today's event is to basically celebrate the successes, the achievements, the failures, and everything, and to reflect on what we've done and possibly see a way of how best we can come up with new strategies to move on. Yeah? Success is not only when you succeed 100%, but when you fail and learn, that is also success. That's according to me, and that is what has been driving me all the time. So, I would like to thank everyone for joining in. I would like to thank everyone for joining in to this session. You're all welcome. For those who might not be knowing me, my name is Julius Odida. I am a student at Makerere University Business School. I'm finalizing in my final year, and I also happen to be the founder and coordinator of this initiative. So I thank you all. Today's event is just basically sharing stories and ensuring that we reflect as we begin a new year. We are capable of knowing what we did last year to guide us in the new year. Yeah. So I welcome everyone. In a special way, I welcome all the participants. I welcome the board members headed by Hamida, Philip, and then Bhavna. I believe Bhavna should be on, unless otherwise. I hope we don't collide with the time zones again. Yeah. So I welcome all of you, and as for this, thank you so much for joining in. This is all I have to say. Feel at home and let's learn to share and share the knowledge. Feel free during when you're given the time to speak and giving your remarks here and there. Yeah, so that is that with the first agenda. The second agenda is important milestones and events that took place this year, and it is still me who is speaking. Yeah, so so I have welcomed you. Yeah, so that is done. Next, I will take you through the milestones that we moved through this year, and I will go categorically and try to explain some sides that we'll be able to understand. So I'll first introduce what Yiet is. Yiet in full is a youth initiative for economic transformation. it runs 3 programs. That is foundational skills, which is mainly menstrual health hygiene, and maybe this peer education bit of it, and then the skills on menstrual health, basically. Then the next program is what we call financial literacy, which is basically organizing the youth into VSLAs and groups so that they can be able to carry out village savings and learning associations. And after learning, they are capable of getting the loans and then starting up their own businesses. So the groups, the youth work in groups of 15 to 35 members in number. So they save on a weekly basis. The whole management of the group funds lies in the hands of the youth themselves. They're the ones who are responsible for doing that. So when they save, they loan, and then members ensure that they start up income generating activities to be able to improve their own livelihoods. So that is the second program. The third one is leadership skills. We all know we need leadership in our lives. So with the leadership skills, it's all about mentoring future leaders, such that alongside you being able to save and start up your businesses, if you start up your business, are you capable of managing it? Now that is where leadership skills bit comes in it. So it is all about mentoring and coming up with leaders who are capable of managing their own businesses in the future. Yeah. So
I don't know video I said, oh yeah.
So those are the 3 programs that we run as the initiative. So let me drive you through what we've done in each of the programs. I will start with the financial literacy program. So in this case, there were 7 youth groups that we worked with this year. And in total, they made up 245 members. So in all these groups, they were able to save a total of $3,001. So $3,001 is 10,500,000 shillings. That is the total saving for all the groups. The breakdown is shown in our report, which I will be able to share with you, the participants, to be able to read at your own time. So this is inclusive of the EASE fund, or the fund from EASE we received in 2020, which was a rescue program towards the COVID-19. Now, this makes a cumulative total of $12,000 that has been saved so far since we started the formation of this initiative, which in Uganda shillings totals to 42 million shillings, 500,000 shillings. So that is basically our savings that that the groups have actually been able to be able to save in all the groups. So when we come to project started, because as I introduced, I said after this youth saving and loaning, they start up projects. Yeah. So when we come to projects that they have started in 2021 alone, which is this year, there are 20 projects that have been started. Now the cumulative total of projects that have been started as a result of this group saving are 85 projects in number. And when we come to the training, the trainings that we've carried out, a total of 292 participants have been trained on financial literacy. So that is the update on financial literacy. Then I will go to the foundational skills program. Now the foundational skills program, this year alone, we were capable of training 166 girls on making locally reusable menstrual pads. Now, these girls were trained in the villages or districts of Gulu, Amoro, Noya, and Omoro district. We started in July, and we started with a training of trainer, whereby we had our trainers, our external trainers, train our internal trainers it was a series of 3 days training, whereby we had 2 virtually, and then 3 days they were trained. They were trained physically, where they were trained locally on how to make the pads. So on training them, they hit the field and they began training in these districts of Bulu, Amuru, Noya, and Omoro district. So it is really a success that from July to December, we have trained 166 girls on making reusable menstrual pads just within a short period of time. So this is very good success. My sincere appreciations go to, number one, those who provide for us the funds, because without the funds, there is no way we can actually do anything. So thank you so much, Thank you so much, Philip. Thank you so much, Bhavna. Thank you so much, Hamida, Karina. Thank you so much, Avi. Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you so much, everyone, for whatever contributions you make towards this. Then that has been the financial literacy program. Then the leadership skills program, we have been able to train 292 participants on leadership skills. Then, so those are the 3 programs. Now, let me go into another activities or other things that took place during the year. So the next one is the board. So we managed to form a board on the 4th of September 2021, and it is consisting of 5 members. They will be able to give in their submissions. One of them is Philip, then there's Hamida, then there's Bhavna, and then there is me, myself, plus Balija Lawrence. Then we usually meet on a monthly basis, and we form the highest decision-making body of this initiative. So whatever decisions that you see being implemented in Uganda is basically agreed upon by them before they can be implemented. Yeah. Then the next one is what we call the Yiet crowdfunding website. So on the 28th of October, we were capable of creating a crowdfunding website to be able to collect funding, because you know, there is no way you can be able to get money when you don't have a crowdfunding website. So this we've used it for fundraising for the different programs, and still, if you have your connections here and there, I'll be able to share the link in the chat, such that in case you have anybody who can give $1, $2, $3, $100, whatever amount they can be able to put towards this, the benefit for this program, that would be very good, really. So I'll share the link. Then we also opened up a bank account on the 15th of September this year, and it is in Standard Bank, where all the payments go through. This is also another milestone of success. Then we have interns, or those who did internship with us. There are three students, me inclusive. This is real success. Me inclusive. Then we have Daniel Chambade, who will be able to represent the intern representative in his submission. Then we have Clive Guma. I'm wondering if he's around. Yeah, he will be able to as well say something if given an opportunity. Then the end of year celebration, which is the last event we are having today. I'm happy it is already a success that is going on, which will mark our last event for this year as we begin the next year, to be able to reflect and reiterate on whatever we have been doing throughout the year to help guide us in what we can do next. Then challenges. COVID-19 has really been a very big challenge to us. As you know, there was a 42-day lockdown in June, and that affected every activity. Then next could be the funding bit of it, because as you know, people need these trainings. As you'll hear from submissions, people need these trainings the entire country. But then you find that the funds are not enough to be able to provide this. So the only funds that are provided can only be able to train in northern Uganda. and yet people in Western Uganda, in Central Uganda, in Eastern Uganda are also in need of the same trainings and the programs to run in there. So that has been a challenge, but nevertheless, we are moving on. Then schools closure, because you know, this program is run in both schools and the community. So the continued closure of schools in Uganda due to COVID-19 has really affected us so much. And as a result, we can't do much because of this. Yeah, then my appreciation goes to Ease that for providing the funding for this, for running these programs. Another appreciation goes to the board. The appreciation goes to the mentors and advisors, the trainers and staff who train us, the well-wishers, the beneficiaries, and to all of you who have turned up to this event. Yeah. So this is all I have to say for this year. I will be able to share a report to your emails after final copies have been submitted and given back to me. I will share it with you, and then you read all the details of what I've been talking about here. It's in the report. So I thank you so much for listening to me, and I wish all of you a nice listening in to the speech and submissions as we move on to the next agenda. Thank you so much. But I cannot leave before us clapping our hands to thank whoever gives us the funding to this. So maybe we can unmute and just clap. Let me first change on the setting here and there. Yeah. Okay, so we could just unmute and then we clap for whoever provides us with this funding. Yeah. Yeah. So let's just unmute and clap. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So I will now move to the next agenda. That is remarks from the board leadership. I will start with, okay, well, I'll give an opportunity to any of them who is ready to, you know, to give us their submissions. Hamida, Bhavna, and Philip, the floor is yours. You're most welcome to speak to the Yiet community. Thank you. I'll give a floor to any of you who is willing. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I can go first. Hello, everybody. This is Hamida. Can you hear me okay, Udita?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, okay, wonderful. So hello, everybody. And for those, let me introduce myself first. I am Hamida Kanawala. I am a financial executive. I live in New Jersey, USA. And I am very, very honored to be part of the board membership for Yiet. Yiet is a wonderful initiative with a very solid mission and a very good membership. And so it is really nice to be a board member. I want to start off first by saying, for those who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Hope you had a good one. And to everybody, we are going to step into 2022 in 4 days. So Happy New Year to everybody. Hope the new year brings lots of health and happiness and joy to you and your families. I'm going to keep this really short. We are a new board. We, as Odita said, we became a board only in September. So fortunately, we know a lot about Yiet already because Odita has been nice enough to be able to bring us up to speed. But now in the new year, it is time to really take all of the projects and programs that are being done and scale them up. We For the last 2 years, there has been a global pandemic. We have been not that lucky in that regard, but since we have now gotten used to it, and hopefully we are very close to the end. Let's all keep our fingers crossed and pray that we are. We really need to take all of these programs to a different level, a new level. We need to grow, we need to scale. And that is why you have the board. And remember, your board is from all over the world. You have me from USA, you have Philip from Australia, Bhavna from UK. And each one of us come with a lot of years of experience. And so you have all of this experience also in front of you. So what I'm saying is take advantage of that. We want to be there for you. We want to be able to go through all your successes with you. And as Odita said, even the failures are important. We learn from our failures. And so it's okay to fail. In fact, there's a quote that says, just go ahead and fail successfully. And so we can all fail successfully together, learn from it, and then really get success. But we are there for you. So if you feel at any point in time there is a huge question, or you feel stuck, or you need some kind of a soundboard, then reach out to us and we will be happy to help you. And in the end, I just want to leave you with a quote from Martin Luther King, who, as you all know, is an famous American activist. And he says, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And that's all we need to do when we enter 2022. So thank you for listening to me, and I will hand it over to, and of course, you all have been doing great work. Just join your hands together, and as a community, let's take Yiet forward. I'll hand it over to either Philip or Bhavna.
Thanks a lot, Hamida, for those remarks, and I'll keep it short. So just as a quick introduction, my name's Philip Steinbeck. I also work in the finance industry. Used to work in banking, now work in insurance. I'm based in Sydney, Australia, and I've had the great pleasure and honor to be on the board of Yiet since it was incorporated in September, and I'm very impressed with what's been achieved so far and the milestones that Julius has pointed out. I think this is a tremendous achievement, especially given the difficult circumstances that that we've all been in over the past almost 2 years. So this is I'm really excited about what's been achieved so far, and I'm even more excited about what will be, what surely will be achieved in the year to come. So so yeah, thank you everybody for your contributions, and I look forward to working with you in the new year. And with that, I wish everybody the very best for a successful, prosperous, and healthy 2022.
Thank you. I'm wondering if Bhavna is around. Bhavna, are you in the call? Can you hear us? Because I didn't see her in the call. All right, so if she's not in, nevertheless, better late than never, I believe she'll be able to join in and get us going through. So I will welcome, immediately she joins in, she'll be able to give in her submission at whatever time she'll be able to join in. So I will go straight away now and welcome guest speakers. And I will start with the first one, who is our external trainer representative. Her name is Charlene Chirabo, and she's the founder of Chirabo Women's Initiative. Chirabo Women's Initiative is an initiative that trains young girls and other ladies as well, basically on menstrual health hygiene. So we took her up to be able to train our trainers in here so that they can be able to get the skills and then later on move on and train the rest of the societies. So she has really done a great job, and I believe she has her own story to share. I'll welcome you and to have what to say. Thank you. So Charlene, wherever you are, please join in. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Julius. Can you confirm whether you can hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, sure.
For network issues, allow me to turn off my video so that we have a stable network. Okay, but still that's me there. I'm Charlene Chirabo. Julius earlier introduced me. I'm founder of Chirabo Women Initiative, an organization that aims at ending menstrual poverty. How we do this, we train young girls, young adults, I should say, because now we also train the males on how to make reusable menstrual pads. Yes, that's how we target, that's how we try to end menstrual poverty. Apart from being the founder of Chirabo Women Initiative, I'm still a student at Makerere University Business School, business administration and majoring in finance. Yeah, we'll be out by January. Anything else about me? Also, I'm a founder of Life Transition series with Charlene, and these aim at helping young adults transit, make the right decisions, helping them make right decisions to life, career choices, education, and for those who feel lost and down, we help encourage them and help them get back to the right track. So back to business. I want to share my experience with working with Yiet in 2021. Chirabo Women Initiative and Yiet partnered this year for the MHM drive or menstrual health management, and I was honored to train other Yiet trainers on how to make the menstrual pads and also much more that concerns with the menstrual health management, because it ought to be learned. People ought to know these things, both the females and the girls. We also incorporate sexual reproductive health in this to help young girls, to help young adults at large make rightful decisions. Why I always try to change to young adults is that the world today, we are facing a great challenge of everyone is concerned about the girls and we are ignoring the boys who will care about them. Yet, if you want to create a peaceful and harmless world for the girl child, we need to involve the males or the boys, the gentlemen, in the struggle to do this. So we partnered early, I think it was June when we started the trainings, yes, and it has been quite a very wonderful experience working with Yiet since the project of PADS training started. I have enjoyed working here. It has helped me grow personally, gained more experience, because at least now to my CV, I can proudly add that external trainer for Yiet. Yes. Interacting with the different trainers at Yiet, the different members from Yiet board here in Uganda. And also I think I've interacted with the funders for the first online session we had back then. And it has been a pleasure and getting to know everyone here. So Yiet has helped me develop, has actually helped KWI grow. It's one of the biggest partnerships we have had this year, and our partnership is still continuing to next year to expand menstrual health management sessions across the country. And with no time, we shall be in East Africa and also in Africa at large. That's the goal, to end menstrual poverty across the continent. And so we're ending 2021. There are very many young people out there who are feeling kind of, should I say depressed, maybe because of the pandemic and many life changes that happen. When I speak of being depressed, people life transiting maybe from completing school or university to leaving to leaving your parents' home to start out a new life could be really mind-blowing for many people out there. I've had friends, I've known people who contact me to talk to me when they want advice and support, asking me about how can they do what, how can they change what and everything. People are really down and everything. People have started out businesses and these businesses have failed. Reasons, for very many reasons, because we all know the pandemic has been here for 2 years. And given the new variant, we don't know how much longer it's still here. It has affected many people's businesses, even the youths themselves. We're having friends, colleagues, or even people who contact us for support who are sick, who have lost loved ones in this period. To anyone out there on this call who feels down, depressed, or has made some bad life decisions and is at the verge of giving up on life, giving up on one's dreams, I'm here to tell you and remind you that for as long as you're still breathing, you can still change a lot about your life. You can still change the situation in your life. I'll quote Audrey Hepburn, who said, "Nothing is impossible." I mean, the word impossible itself says, possible. I want us to believe for as long as we're still breathing, we can always do something new. So I want to challenge all of us as we're entering 2022. I think we are 4 days away. Yes, this should be a time for us to unlearn. We could use maybe these 4 days that are ending 2021 to unlearn something. That's something we feel has affected our lives, has made us get setbacks. It could be in our career choices, education, relationships, friendships, different things we try to work out. And after unlearning, it's time for us to learn something new. After learning, you can still go back and relearn something. Probably there is something you had learned in the past and you had abandoned that trait. It's time for you to relearn it. And trust me, 2022 is going to be your year. It's going to be a year of success. There is no room for giving up. I always tell Julius in all our conversations, whenever he feels like, you know what, Charlene, I feel this has failed. Like, there is no room for giving up. We do not create room for giving up. And starting February, we shall have more life transition series. Julius will be sharing more about that for all those who would like to join in and get more inspired to keep life moving. And I also want to tell you to dream, believe, and achieve. Your dreams are still valid. You had resolutions for 2021, just in case you failed to achieve any of those. Trust me, your dream is still valid. Dream again, believe in your dream, and then set out to achieve that dream. And finally, I want to thank the Yiet funders for providing us with the funds that have kept our programs running. Without you, Yiet would be nothing, our partnership would be nothing. We wouldn't be able to achieve everything that we have achieved. The trainings, the number of girls, 169, we wouldn't have reached those numbers without your funds, without your support. Thank you very much for all that you provide for Yiet. And thank you very much. May God continue blessing you, and a happy new year to everyone on this call. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Charlene Chirabo, for those wonderful submissions here and there. I just contacted Bhavna. I'm wondering if she's the one who has joined in now. Let me confirm. Yeah, she's on. I'm wondering if we can give you some time to, relax a bit. Otherwise, Philip and Hamida have given in their submissions. I'm wondering if you can come next, just to tell us what you have to say, and then we move to the next speaker. You're welcome, Bhavna.
Hi, I'm on. Thank you. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning from the UK.
Are you asking me, Odida, to say something?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes.
Why don't everybody else go ahead and I will join a little bit later, if it's okay.
All right. That's very fine. It's definitely fine. Yes. So let me move on to the next agenda. The next one is the trainer's representative, and that is Harriet Atimango. Harriet is our trainer who is training young girls on making the pads. So Harriet, you're welcome to give us your submissions. Thank you. Harriet, I think your microphone is muted. You unmute your microphone so that we can hear you. All right, yes, try to speak. I think your network is really not well off enough. Your network is not that clear. We are not getting you so clear because of your network, I think. You could probably change location. I'm wondering. Yeah.
Hamida and Philip, have you had a chance to do a little summary of what we have been able to do this year?
Yeah, Bhavna, both Philip and I have already given our presentations.
Okay.
We were just.
Yeah, it's just that the fact that, I didn't know what you have said. So, I mean, just from my point of view, a quick snapshot of, whilst the other next speaker joins, is that firstly, I want to congratulate Odida and everybody else who has been sort of involved with Yiet for all the progress that we have made. I think for me as a mentor to Odida and for being part of this initiative, what is remarkable to sort of notice the fact that Odida has been trying to do this alongside studying himself. So, it's been sort of remarkable to see, how he has been able to keep it going. And I think today's session was about really, helping people understand and bring it to life a little bit, all the work that has been going on, and people to really communicate, has this been a useful initiative? What is the difference it has made to all of you? And, how can we collectively keep this legacy moving on and progressing? So, help us shape the future of Yiet for years to come. I think the other point I wanted to make is that we've come to a very interesting sort of I would say, journey in the sort of this Yiet initiative, how it's evolving. And I think it's all about now making sure that, it is sustained financially, resource wise, etc., so that it can keep going. So again, we would welcome ideas in terms of, how can we make sure that the funding associated with it, is there. Ideas are all welcome. And I think all the good work that has been going on, we want to understand, what are some of the ideas you may have to keep it going as well. So I think I want to congratulate everybody, especially at Odida and Julius, to kind of making sure that this just kept going. This whole initiative has been kept going in spite of every other personal commitment. But I think now we want to make sure the benefit of this is experienced and by more wider community. And for that, we need ideas, we need funds, etc. So any sort of suggestions you have towards it, are of course welcome. But from my perspective, as a member, as a mentor, it's a joy, it's a privilege, it's an honor to be part of this. And we want to see it grow, and we want more people to benefit from this, because ultimately, it is about grassroots transformation, economically, socially. So you are the benefactors of this particular initiative. So please be candid.
Yeah, Bhavna, are you still on?
Yes, I'm here still. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear. Everything was very quiet. I wasn't quite sure
Okay.
whether everybody heard me or not, but
yeah, we had you clear. We had you clear. I'm wondering if you're done.
I am.
All
I'm just passing the speak to on. Julius.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Atimango, you could put off your video. That could be one of the reasons why we have the network challenge. Put off your video such that you're capable of communicating. Atimango, Harriet, put off your video, yeah, for network purposes. Yeah. So Atimango, hopefully your network will be fine right now. Let me welcome you in, but still before welcoming you in, I thank Bhavna for giving in her submissions. They are really very encouraging and they keep us moving. Yeah, sure, you've been on and you're still on, and whatever you do is really welcome with great pleasure and appreciations. I would not want to blow my own trumpet, but I believe the speakers here will be able to say all what I can be able to say. So I will move on and then invite Atimango. Hopefully the network will be okay this time round. Atimango, you could put off your video and then move on. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, I said before, I'm Atimango and I educator. I train girls on how to build the products. I started this training on July this year, 2021, and I managed to train 106 girls in 3 different districts. That means Amur district, my district and district. Girls are benefiting from this program because they're getting knowledge on how to make the reusable menstrual pads and that one using the local available materials. And with this program, our girls, when they are due, when they're experiencing their menstruation, some of the girls, they don't have money for buying pads, the other pads, because it is expensive. This program, they can use the local materials to make their own, and that will save their money also. And I face some challenges during the training. One of the challenges, we don't have enough materials because some of the girls, they are demanding for the parts. If now I go and find many girls, I will not be able to give them the parts because they will be many and they are demanding one each at least, but the materials will not be enough. So that is one of the challenges. And some challenge, there are some girls who had never experienced menstruation before. So explaining some words to them, like girl. And in some other village, we have many girls. So I'm working alone. And training them also was the problem. For some of them, they take long to understand. And that one even, I request the Yiet initiative, if at least they can help some of the trainers, so that we help girls in our place, because they are suffering a lot. If you come and see some girls, when they're into their menstruation, they cannot go to school. Because you know, when you are at school, and the menstruation just starts when you don't have pads. And even in our local area here, some schools, they don't have changing room. So when it started from school, you don't have it. Boys will end up laughing at you. And most of the girls, they didn't study because so that. So I think it's since the time is not going to take long. I thank Ace, I thank Karina, I thank Azzy, I thank Michelle, and I thank all of you for writing toward this program. I don't have much to say. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. There are really 2 points that I've captured there. I'm wondering if everyone has really been able to listen to that very well. She emphasized on so many girls to train. Okay, she emphasized on so many girls to train because so many of them are demanding for this training in various villages and various in the districts that she has mentioned. That is Amuro, Gulu, Omoro, and then Nuoya. But then she is alone. So she's literally saying she's overloaded with so many of those trainings here and there. So she would request that if there is a possibility of us adding more trainers, and I believe there are also other regions because that is still the northern region only. She also emphasized that you go district, go training, and then each of the girls you train want you to remain with you want them to be given a pad. So such that they can benchmark from there to be able to continue their training or to make their own later on. At some point, you go with few materials which are not enough, and it ends up becoming a challenge. Then lastly, she said some girls have never faced menstruation before. I believe Chiravo will be able to actually answer this properly at their own interactions, where it becomes very, very hard to explain to them. Somebody has never experienced menstruation in their life, but you've gone to train them how to make a reusable menstrual pad. They don't know the use. So that literally becomes a challenge, you know. So, and then the issue of understanding, yeah, it is a bit hard to explain some of the scientific words in the local language or in the layman's language for them to understand. And I believe with time, if we can develop up a strategy, it will really work very, very well. So those were her submissions, but nevertheless, she has really pleaded that if we could have more trainers come in and we spread in, yeah, that would be much more better. Yeah, so that has been Atimango, and thank you very much for your submission, although we've had network issues because she is located in a village. That makes it a bit hard. Next, I will call our intern representative, one of the students who did internship with us. As I told you, I also did internship at an initiative that I started. What a pleasure. What a pleasure. I did internship in an initiative that I started, and it has now helped me in my education, you know. And honestly, after being supervised, everything was fine. My supervisor said, it is okay, you've done wonders. So let me invite Daniel Chambade, who has been an intern with us, to just have a 3 to 5 minutes word of say. Thank you. Daniel, wherever you are, you're welcome. Daniel, wherever you are, you're welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Chambade, subject student at Macquarie University Business School. I did internship with Yiet from July to around November. So yeah, basically, actually, we were provide a main in the talk the following: provide a training on making usable sanitary pads. The thing is, around July, we got affected by the lockdown, so some of the training has to be done online. I take part in those. More physical and yeah, really helpful. I totally take it to the people job, how much I saved, the challenges they face and everything. Report back to my supervisor back. Then also I would attend online training. As I said, the COVID situation affected us, the lockdown, so some of the training had to be carried out online. Then also the effective meetings, especially the trainings on fundamental, yeah, training. Then also financial literacy training, I was able to attend some of those physically, though I certainly some online. So that's quite a summary of the activities. You want to put that. Then, yeah, it's just yes, now because most low income families are not able to afford sanitary pads for their daughters. Their teenage daughters. So this program enables the daughters to learn how to make usable sanitary pads. When you just go to the basic expenses of buying the sanitary pads in the market, like always, whatnot, they're able to just learn how to make their own and wash them and and everything. So they don't face as much cost as the ordinary girl who has to buy pads. Then it also teaches the youth how to save. Most of us youth in Uganda face the challenge of being spent with living out the family in that low income earners it's difficult to spend what you earn on a daily basis. They earn on a daily basis wages and everything, and they just spend without saving. So this program teaches them how to save, how to invest that money and save, and yeah, give them that basic important financial training. Then also teaches the other program there is leadership training. Teaches just how to be leaders, because that's something which is not provided in our syllabus in Uganda here. It gives the youth the training they need to think the qualities of leaders. Yeah, in addition to that fundamental training. So my recommendation to fellow youth to embrace organizations like non-government organizations. We have a bunch in Uganda that most youth have a negative attitude towards them because they are ignorant about what they do. However, the youth in Kiandongo embrace it and advise other youth throughout the country to do that, because these organizations provide programs which are really beneficial, such as the financial literacy training, fundamental skills training, especially those on the variable sanitary pads, because that's a big challenge in the middle of Uganda. And yeah, you should learn how to take this seriously. And finally, I'd like to thank the funders of Yiet. You guys are the engine behind all the mechanisms of the organization. It's really impossible to carry out this training and all the activities without funding. Thank you so much, and we hope you're able to continue funding organizations that can spread throughout the country, because many parts of the country are the very income bracket, and such trainings are needed. Many need to learn how to use skills, especially the making of results usable and verified. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Daniel. My fellow intern, you've spoken on my behalf. I will not add more on whatever he has said. He has highlighted all the activities we've been doing during our internship. So during internship, I had to first become a student, and I had to be supervised. So it was really very nice having Daniel together with Buma Cleve doing internship at the initiative. Next on our agenda is a communication or a submission from our beneficiary representative. Out of the 166 trainees we had this year, we could not bring all of them, although all of them are willing to really come and speak with us or speak to us. So we've chosen one who will be able to represent us. So Susan Adong, wherever you are, please join in. The floor is yours. They are seated together with Atimango Harriet. So you could kindly unmute your microphone and you speak. Thank you.
Hello, comrades. A beneficiary of this program. I'm so grateful for this program because it has really easy for me to buy. But with this program here, I've acquired a lot of knowledge, ideas, and just know I've even got enough experience of making my own pads. So, Yeti,
has helped me. Nowadays, I make my own pads. I don't buy pads. And at least I've also acquired enough knowledge. Maybe one day, one time, I'll also get the opportunity to train other girls. The other thing is, though it was a bit hard at the first time, because involving yourself in something you're not yet having knowledge in is not simple, yeah? At least so far, I can credit my trainer, Yiet, because she has helped me a lot. And I inform other fellow girls, especially these ones around us here, they should also involve themselves in this program because it's going to save them a lot. Because if you were to look around the girls in our area, for sure, their poor status of living, and these pads here they sell at the shops are so expensive for them, and they have that shame to go to school at times, even in that menstrual time. Some of them stay home, which is not really good. But I want to thank Yiet for this program, and I encourage girls to involve themselves in this program because it's going to help them a lot. Thanks to Yiet and all the sponsors for the funds given to us. I remain Susan Adom. Thank you.
Yeah, she has been as brief as possible and straight to the point. Thank you so much. We would have brought all of them, but then others are located in different districts, and for network issues, we could not link up all of them to come in and have what to say. Otherwise, very many of them have so many things to say and testify about this. And we are really grateful that the community we live in and the community we operate in are really benefiting from this program. Yeah, so it is always our pleasure to find that whenever we put in efforts to change the community livelihoods, it goes to a success to whatever beneficiaries they go to. And we're also very happy that if such testimonies can come out, that means that whatever single funds that come in are being used towards this program, because we will not have people testifying like this if the funds were used for doing other things. So still, I want to thank everyone for their generosity towards this program. So that wraps up our guest speakers. Next, we shall use about 5 to 10 minutes to have comments, questions, and answers, and we move on. So I would welcome any comment. This can be from the participants, from our board, from whoever is having any other comment to put across. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Julius, this is Bhavna. I'd like to ask a quick question, and this is really open to everyone. So my question is that, I want to understand, I know a lot of people have given, a lot of speakers have given examples of how this has benefited. Would somebody be able to add a little bit more detail or color to say what is the difference it makes to your lives, in the sense like, what were you, by having this particular problem resolved, what does it make you feel emotionally and socially in the society? What are you able to do now that, for example, you were not able to do before? Because ultimately, as this particular initiative's motto is for socio-economic transformation. And what we are hoping is that through all these initiatives and efforts, it really transforms the lives of the youth in Uganda, so that tomorrow, we're able to scale. We could just add add a little bit more detail in terms of, what, by having the one particular aspect resolved, what are you now able to do? And if, how are you going to spread the same message? Because it's all about scaling. And that's how the transformation will come.
I think this is open to anyone. Could anyone respond to this? maybe to break it down, yeah, Cynthia, I see your hand is up. Would you like to respond to this question or?
Thank you, Julius. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bhavna. My own, it's not a thinking because I've actually been able to be a part of a project that is similar to what Yiet is doing right now. And from it, I learned a lot. Personally, it's a fulfilling experience, especially if you know what kind of change you'd want to bring to your society. I know where I come from. I can never forget that. So I keep going back to what can I do for these people who have come from the same place where I was, back then. So we used to go to these different schools. I think right now our biggest challenge is the COVID. We cannot get access to the girls when they're in school, but that would be like the best field study we could do. Yeah. And we would go to these schools. A lot of girls do not show up to school because they're experiencing their periods and your cloth is stained, you are facing stigma, you're being bullied. The boys do not understand really what you're going through. Yeah. So we used to supply them with pads and try to pull them back to school. When they would get to hear that Watoto crew is coming, they would come to school because they know they're going to benefit from it. They'll be able to dress themselves up clean when that time comes. We prepare them mentally, we prepare them spiritually, we prepare even the boys. We just group them in different groups according to their different years. If there's an age of a different age of the children, I mean the girls who are now experiencing their periods, we group them differently. Then the ones who have not yet experienced that and do not know anything about those changes, we also group them differently. So we get to reach out to them. The ones who have never experienced, we prepare them. The ones who have experienced it, we get in touch with them, speak to them. How many people have been coming to school? Where is your friend? Why has she not come? So you get involved with them that deep so that you can really understand. Because I don't know, I take the period thing, it's actually a crucial thing, because when the girls are not attending school, we are losing out on building the kind of community we want in the future. Yes. But if you get these girls educated, you get the boys also educated about these challenges, we are going to reduce the number of young children who are just out there not attending school, and yet they can attend school. The problem could not be the tuition or the little school fees or that they should pay, but the problem is the environment. They're not comfortable being in school because of these challenges, and it's quite expensive to be buying these pads. Personally, if I am in my periods, I would want to change every time. But some of these pads, the ones we don't make by ourselves, they burn. You're uncomfortable, you need to be clean. So it's kind of expensive maintaining that. So if we can help them make those pads by themselves, wash them clean, prepare them in the hygienic way, how to keep themselves clean, they can be able to come to school, they can be able to relate. And the next day, they'll not forget, my sister is experiencing this. I've been there, and I help her. So we educate these children, get them out of the streets, get them out of, you understand what I'm trying to mean. And then we have everything. Thank you, Bhavna.
Thank you, Cynthia. That's really awesome. It is so awesome because I think you said correctly, it's not about kids not wanting to study, because that's so important for the next stage and transformation to happen, right?
Yeah.
Getting them off the street, making them dream, giving them an ambition, right? That is all interconnected. So really, thank you so much for sharing this detail. Thank you so much. And good luck for all your efforts. I wish you all very, very best on this.
Thank you. Thank you. I have hands up. Rosemary, wherever you are. Rose. Then after Rose, we shall have Blair and then Moses Nyumuti. Then Charlene will come in. Yes, Rosemary.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Julius. I'm so happy to attend this session and to learn more about the work that Yiet does. I'm personally involved into charitable work, and I'm grateful that Yiet has taken up initiative to train girls in menstrual hygiene, more so to equip them with the practical skill of making the pads themselves. Bhavna, I hope I've pronounced your name right. I'm so happy for your question. In Uganda, where we live in the local community, many of our parents are not educated. They do not know so much about menstrual hygiene. The way we who have gone through high school and now we are at university, or some of us who have already graduated know it. It's quite a different concept. They know it traditionally. So the way they treat them, they treat a girl child in the villages, I mean our parents, is quite different. And the way they respond to a time when a child has gotten into her periods for the first time, it's also different. If it's a child who is growing up with a single father, they freak out. And I'm so happy that the Yiet group is training girls more so in the deep villages in northern Uganda, where even the government of Uganda does not put much effort in looking after the people in the rural, unreachable communities. I'm so happy for that. So with this training, I believe it has economically helped to empower these families, the parents. They've reduced costs. I believe if a child is able to buy the pad, to make the pads themselves, it's just a matter of buying the material and maybe a few sewing items, like the needles and the threads, and then they do the work, which they are going to, this pad they've made, they are going to use for a number of time, like maybe 6 months or even a year. So the cost is reduced in purchasing these monthly pads. Always is one of the companies that we have in the nation, which is profiting way much more in this business when it comes to menstrual hygiene and menstrual health for the girl child. So the money we give out, a packet of pads that is having 8 pieces of orange is 3,500. Sometimes the price fluctuates and increases. So this 30,000 is saved. I believe that's why I had Julia saying that in the group, they've been able to save up to 42 million. I believe that some of that money saved is partly money that would have been used to buy the oils. So I applaud you. Thank you so much, Yiet, and thank you so much for the funders, everyone who is doing something to support this initiative, to support a girl child, to support the boy, to train him as well, to know that menstrual hygiene is as important to a girl child as it is important to a boy child. They also need to know so as they support the girl child in this situation. So thank you so much for today. I hope I've been able to kind of answer your question, Bhavna, and to supplement something. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let's have the next person as we wind up. Yes, next person. Moses, yes, Moses.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you each and everyone that is a student of Makere University Business School, doing a bachelor's degree in business administration, finance, the same class with Julius Podida. I'm so happy for today's celebration and for Yiet initiative. for whatever efforts they're actually trying to put in place in actually fighting the psychological torture that the girl child is actually going through. The psychological torture that I'm meaning is the fact of these children, this girl child being buying these menstrual pads. I realized that one of the advantages that this making of the handmade pads is that one, it plays a role of cost effectiveness in such a way that parents are going to be able to make a lot of savings. Like for example, when a parent goes to make or to encourage their children make their own pads instead of buying, that saves a lot of money. For that case, therefore, it becomes a cost effective to their side, both parents and then the children. Then the other thing, it helps to fight the psychological torture in such a way that the parents and then the children are not going to always be in that fight that's always going to be existing between them. You know, when a child is not actually are favored with all the needs that she wants, most especially the girl child, you realize that the girl child is pushed into very many immoral acts that we parents or we brothers and sisters wouldn't like to see. You get? So for that case, therefore, I'm so happy with what our coordinator Julius for Yiet initiative is actually trying to bring into the country. And I believe with time it will be extended to parts of the world. You get? For right now, I'm so happy that it's actually being seen in Uganda. And the next thing that I would actually request from the funders of Yiet initiative and any other willing person outside, because I believe this recording is actually going to be extended to the whole world. So for anybody that is actually trying to come up to support Yiet initiative, let's try to consider at least parts of the country. Like when you look at the unreached areas of the eastern Uganda, you look at the northern part of Uganda, not every part of the northern Uganda is actually favored with the training. When you look at areas like Gulu, you look at Amuru, you look at the western, the West Nile, that's Arua, Zombo, and other districts, and even some parts of the western Uganda, we realize that they're still unreached. So I would actually, my humble request is to the funders that if at all we can try to make it more better by actually extending more services, by actually putting into the pool of funds that we already have, so that we can extend these services of Yiet initiative to the whole part of Uganda. And in the near future, I realize that I remain Moses Nimot. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Moses. Thank you. You can see a sign of real submission from Bhavna. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. Anyone else who has anything to submit? I saw, we could have Chirabo. I saw your hand up. Yes, please. Then after Chirabo, we shall have you there.
I wanted to reply to Bhavna's question, how the trainings are changing or are transforming societies as the Yiet mission is. In Africa, I won't say in Uganda, but in Africa, we have what we call sex for pads, whereby we are having young girls getting involved into sexual intercourse with older men, some who are fit to be their fathers, some even grandfathers, for just 3,000 shillings or 2,500 for a packet of pads, depending on the brand one uses. So by training these girls how to make their own reusable pads, we are trying to kill this vice, because sex for pads comes with many things. Unwanted pregnancies, we have HIV is real. I think that would be one of the reasons why we are still having many young girls getting infected with HIV. STDs are very real. So we're trying to kill all these vices or all these diseases spreading teenage mothers in the country, because we are trying to kill, when we say that we are fighting menstrual poverty, it means that all its effects, whatever comes out of menstrual poverty, needs to be addressed. Then we also have many myths around menstruation, like Cynthia, I think it was Cynthia who said it earlier, that we're living in a generation whereby most parents or guardians are uneducated, so know nothing much about menstrual health management, or some of them are still being driven by our African cultures, because in some cultures, just Eastern Uganda, where I visited late last year, when a girl starts their menstruation, it's assumed this lady or this girl is ready for marriage. Let's say that girls start their periods at 12, 13. A 13-year-old is not ready for marriage. So ending sex for pads and at the same time ending early marriages or all these other myths around menstruation is one way we are transforming society, helping these people or these girls aim for better in their lives. Then also replying to Rosemary. Rosemary said something about buying materials for pads, just to throw more. In our trainings at KWI, we actually do train people how to use already available materials. By already available materials, I mean materials we can find at our own homes. There are certain materials of clothes or towels that can be used to make these reusable pads. And I think as a further our partnerships and our work together with Yiet, we shall still be able to teach these girls, because on the other hand, if we start saying buying the material could also be expensive, but helping them or telling them about the other materials that they can use is really also very helpful. Otherwise, I thank you again. And thank you very much for everyone who has joined this call, and mainly to the gents who are on the call. I'm so happy that we have gents on this call. It continues to show that how you're all interested in ending menstrual poverty in girls of Africa. Thank you, Julius.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chirabo. Let's have Cynthia as we wind up. Hamida has been quiet. I'm wondering, yeah, I believe she's noting down and she'll be able to join in and tell us her submissions. So let's have Cynthia.
Hello.
And then we wind up.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I don't really know what's happening. I cannot see myself. I'll, as long
We
as
can
you can hear me, I'll keep speaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you. We're good, Hamida. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I think just to ask, we're at the point of giving reviews, right?
Yes, please. That's where we are.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you very much for everyone who is on this call, and I'm really happy about what Yiet is doing. Yiet being an initiative to reach out to the people outside there, I don't think that I know that the main goal is not anything related to making money, but to change the world actually. So step by step, I know we shall get there. Personally, I'm very
Hamida, could you come closer to your mic, please? Your voice is trailing off.
That is Cynthia. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yes, it's Cynthia giving you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry, Cynthia. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So, Julius, I was going to say, as I was saying, use us. We are actually available despite the crazy schedules here and there, but I think we can fix time and be there for Yiet initiative and be there for it's not depending on the projects I've been a part of, like I said before, it's really fulfilling to be a part of the change and bring something big and reaching out to very many young ladies out there and boys as well. Like what I would want us to also emphasize on alongside all these projects that Yiet will be coming up with in next year and the other years to come, to instill integrity, values, love. Because if we do not teach these children out there all these things, I believe that whatever you're training them, whatever you're sacrificing for them will not lead to anything better in the future. But if we also instill in them integrity, values, love, they'll be able to stand up for themselves and also not forget the other people who need the help. I'll be knowing that Yiet reached out to me in my time of need. I need to reach out to someone else. Like that, we keep reaching out to others and make the initiative grow bigger. I'll not take much time, but use us. We are available. We pray that things work out better next year with the COVID and this new virus that is coming up. Because I think our best shot really is if we get the opportunity to actually go out there to the field. That's where the magic happens, actually. For me, I've experienced it and I would love to keep doing it because I know how it impacts people's lives. So thank you for arranging this meeting. Thank you for everything. Thank you everyone who has been doing the background work to see that all the projects go through. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you to the board members, everyone who is doing whatever they're doing or they've been doing to make sure that things get done. So see you next year. I would really, really love to be a part of it. Yeah, because to be truthful, I've not been very active, but I would love to. So thank you.
All right. That is very deep deliberation. We have hands up. I will not deny somebody from speaking. Hamida, we have Lucy in. I'm wondering if Lucy could have a solution, then you come in, or either way is possible as well. Okay, so Lucy, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm Lucy. I'm so sorry. I went off for some time during time for suggestions. But I'd love to really appreciate Julius for the invitation and for the work you're doing. Then for the funders as well. Thank you so much for everything. When you have this burning thing of I should say something, my phone first betrayed me. But at this time, I'd love to maybe talk about a bit of it, like since we are reaching out to the youth, I was having a suggestion of maybe this year, if we could reach out, like get a region, maybe divide it up month by month and see if this month we reached out to this area, which area can we possibly again reach out to? And then maybe another thing would be not only to, maybe another focus would be organizing days for maybe teenage mothers, because you find like most of the youth area, most people who are also pregnant, most of them are actually also teenage mothers. So you find at the age one starts menstruation, before you know it, with these deceptions which come around and someone conceives. So if we could also organize and be like, in this particular day, we are reaching out to teenage mothers. This can be maybe, we can set up an area, can be in a hospital, or maybe when schools open, we can also be reaching out in schools, whereby, because by reaching out to particular primary schools and secondary schools, we can reach out to a larger number of people. But all I can say is we have the users. Myself, I'm also there, and I'm very happy with Yiet and everyone who is behind, all the supporters. We are really grateful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We might have a meeting the whole day. Well, I would welcome Bhavna. No, not Bhavna, rather Hamida, to have what she has to say as we are in the verge of wrapping up. I think Philip's time could be so late because I believe it should be clock reaching to around midnight, 11 midnight in Australia. So I think he has left us. Yeah, he's on. Thank you. He's still on. So let me welcome
Still
Amida.
here.
Yeah, let me welcome Amida to have what she has to say. Then probably Philip can wrap up. Then we shall have a photo moment. And I would request people to stay around as we have the photo moment. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Julius, so much. Actually, I want to say emotionally, my heart is warm right now to see everyone together like this and talking about what is so important. And I am actually shocked learning about sex for pets. So thank you for even bringing that up, because I had no idea that was a thing. And that really makes me, or I'm speaking for the board, makes us want to do more and more of such programs. I loved Lucy's idea about doing something for teenage moms as well. So keep those ideas coming. Don't just show up for annual meetings, because that's very nice that we do that, but do also show up for Yiet when Yiet needs you to volunteer or to help. These are the programs that we must execute, and for that we need more hands. Just like Julius said, Atimongo needs more trainers to help her go around and scale the reusable training program. So we do need volunteers. So thank you, everyone. This has been a very fruitful meeting. And I want to end here by saying, again, happy 2022. Hopefully that year will bring us more such programs, and we can bring about the transformation that we are looking to bring about.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really so privileged for everyone. And then Philip, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I guess I just want to echo what Hamida just said. I think hearing all these stories of how for us to hear. And thank you so much, Julius, for organizing this annual, this end of year celebration meeting. This has been truly amazing hearing all those stories. And yeah, I absolutely feel like Hamida, it's been really great seeing the impact that Yiet has had on so many lives. It's heartwarming to see that, and I'm deeply moved by it. So yes, absolutely. Let's keep up the good work, and let's all chip in and continue this success story. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. And in a special way, I thank you for staying awake up to now. It's not easy, yeah? So thank you so much. I think we really appreciate this, and everyone here appreciates. To wrap it up all, I thank you so much for your time. Thank you, my fellow students. Thank you, the trainers. Thank you, the interns. Thank you, the board members. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for coming in for this training. I really appreciate for this event. Rather, I'm used to the word training. Thank you for turning up for this end of year event. I'm really so happy, and I pray that the good Lord guides us as we enter into 2022. May we enter with love and protection from God and safety. Thank you so much. We shall have a photo moment. I will request that everyone turns on their video wherever you are, and then we can take screenshots, and at wherever we are, then we share. Bhavna, Philip, and Hamida, you can take screenshots for everyone. So we can put on our videos to just have a videos. Okay, put on your videos.
Okay, I'm gonna just click the button. I can still see some people who are not on their videos. Could you kindly put yourselves on the videos? That's amazing. Thank you. 1 second. Okay, here we go. I'm at the count of 3. I'm gonna press the button. 1, 2, 3. Say cheese. Excellent. Thank you. I've got some pictures. I'll send that across to Julie.
Wow, thank you so much for this moment. So I think we've come to the end of this event. Thank you so much. This marks up, it wraps up this year. Next year we shall all start a new chapter altogether. Just like the request has come from Hamida, from Philip, from Bhavna, from everyone, it is a responsibility to transform life in whatever society you're living in, because it counts on you. You had an opportunity to help, but you didn't help. Yeah, so it's upon everyone here. You need to start up something. You need to do something to help somebody in your locality or where you live, because it's your responsibility to serve humanity. And that is what I stand for. Maybe the good news here is Governor Hamida and Philip, I am the course leader, the class representative of my class. So most of this, I've been telling this to my fellow students several times, and I've been telling them to always see how to serve humanity, because it is very, very important when you help people in your society. You might not see the outcome immediately, but as time goes by, you see the outcome coming in the way you live your life. So I still encourage everyone here, let us serve people around us. The world needs you to help them out there. Thank you so much. We sign out, and we congratulate all of you upon attending, and wish all of you a prosperous new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.